Welcome to the Three River Valley series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we are picking up on the 5th of May 1989. Now this is going to be a bit of a shorter than normal bonus video because at the moment it's pouring down with rain here in the UK after quite a long hot period. And basically, on a very rare event on this Sunday, I have absolutely nothing to do. So what I've just spent is a couple of hours looking at various videos, and I've just watched Dee Dee Dennis's show's very good video on processing waste and putting it through an incinerator to get ash. And I've just been thinking about it, and I thought, well, maybe I can put a slight slant on that. And what he actually does is he puts the waste through a separator before putting it in the incinerator. And the way I want to extend that is by actually seeing if I can integrate processing hazardous waste, which is this waste treatment plant here. And you can see what happens is this waste treatment plant both turns waste into mixed waste, but it seems to clean it up. And this is the way it looks. It's quite a big building. It needs 30 people to process it. And what I'm thinking is if I can put this on the angle, we may have to kind of make this up as we go along. I want to put this on the angle here like that. And then I'm going to put a claw dump here. It's just a small one. How big is this? This can hold 130 tons of mixed waste, but I'm hoping that we can feed this into as hazardous waste, because as far as I know, the claw stores we can specify what we actually want to put into them. So I'm going to put a little bit of a claw dump there, and then what I'm going to do is feed the output of into a general separator, because this is what DDS Dennis show does. So basically what he's doing is the separator should be able to take the output from the hazardous waste, and you can see it takes inputs mixed waste like that. So what we should be able to do is put that into there. In fact, I'm going to flip that way around because I've just had another idea. And will I want to put... No, I'm not going to put construction waste into this. So we shouldn't get... maybe I need to make sure I leave space should I need to put in some kind of storage for gravel. I think maybe we'll pull this out a little bit like that. So what we got now is we got the separator, and then we're going to put in incinerator plant. Now, ideally I would have liked it the big one, but I don't think I've got the big we got a large incinerator. Or is it going to be overkill? Maybe we'll put the large incinerator down here, because this puts out a vast amount of pollution. So it's going to be a little bit dodgy. I think if we can put the incinerator just about there. Yeah, we'll go for the big one because this can process all the hazardous waste and also the mixed waste, which is what I was going to come into here. What we could do is put this here like that. And then the idea will be is that we put a road in here, off about there. You come around a bit like that, under there. Kind of thinking that maybe we can get over here with a bridge. That could be quite useful. Oops, E2. not going to be good enough. Can we get this a little bit further south? Actually, I'd like it to line up with this actually. So if I come out one, no, bridge, whoop, two, come there. Maybe we can drop it down on the curve like that. That can connect to there. That can down here, connect to there like that. What that means is we can bring the mixed waste into here, and that means we can feed it into the separator, and then we can then pick up various bits and pieces from here. Now the separator will produce where is it? Will produce plastic waste. I'm not sure it's going to produce steel and aluminium. I've got a feeling it will only produce plastic waste. Let me just get rid of that. We've got some samples around here. Have a look at what we've got being dumped here. This is where you've got to kind of go around and check. So this is burnable waste, hazardous waste. This says, oh, that's interesting. It's only producing biological waste and burnable waste from the oil refinery. Okay. What have we got actually stored in here? There's no metal scrap, burnable waste, no plastic waste. I'm sure I've saw somewhere where the waste being produced is actually, yeah, it says a little bit of metal scrap, a little bit of plastic waste. So it depends on the building, doesn't it? Just go around and have a look. Biological waste, burnable waste. Okay, what we got here, we can't sort at the moment. This needs a couple of hazardous waste containers in here. I don't think we can add biological waste, but we can't do anything with it at the moment. Yeah, I meant to set that up. We got maybe an extra one there. The hospital here. That means that the hospital now will dump the waste directly into here. And of course, once we've got we finished it. Metal scrap preparation. So we can actually start separating our waste now because we finished the research. Did that come up? Okay, I wasn't aware that that was finished. That's good because I want these workforce back, because you can see I've got a bit of a loyalty problem at the moment. See, loyalty is down to 37%, so it's dropped dramatically. And I think that's down to the fact that we've been creating waste. There's also another thing I want to show you here is that we're actually repairing this ship here. You can see my loyalty now is down to 53%. That's because it's dropped down considerably in some areas. Anyway, back to this. I think we can do this road in 3 sections. I would like to put a, we need a workforce in. The big issue is going to be workforce. We're going to need workforce into here with this. So we're going to need a bus stop somewhere out here. I want to leave enough space so that we can do it. If I can put a bus stop about there, put you there. We're going to need to pick up from here, so we have to put a road down to here, and then eventually we'll need to put a road in to here, from here to here. In fact, I'll just come out like that, and that can go to there. And then what we're going to need out the back here is a waste pickup dump point, which in theory, if I followed Dennis's plan correctly, should contain ash, and ash should fade away on its own. Don't want a transfer container. Where's the dumps? That's a small dump. That's a large. It's a large dump with claw. But I could put that at the back. Very good, but it says we can't build near water. That's even bigger. I think what I'm gonna do is just to keep this test valid, we're gonna put in just a normal dump like that, and then that goes. Be able to get around from past that road. Yeah. Okay. And that should be our ash dump. So we can accept that like that. So we've now got the hazardous waste can come into here, which we can then process and put out mixed waste into the separator. We can also deliver mixed waste to here, and then what hopefully we'll be able to do is incinerate this. Footpath wise, yeah, we got some footpaths there. So what we're going to have to do is go under here to get to there. So what I'm going to do is put you there. Put you there. You could do something fancy like put in some what we call it, and we can come to there, and then eventually you can connect up to there, and you can connect up to there. So that will get the workforce into there. So what we need to do now is just build this area through and hopefully get this all sorted out. This area here is going to have a change in purpose from the last part, in the sense that what we're going to do is use these to send information further north. Now so we've now got that set up there. Now one thing we are going to need in here is power, especially for these claws. So what I've done is I put this in here. I just want to make sure I've kind of pushed this. Yeah, we got the pathway here come out. We need it. In fact, I'm going to put in a because what we're going to need is a power transformer out here. And what I'm thinking is just putting in a specialist sideway so that we can push the power out further this way. Oh, one thing I am going to need here is a small fire station, because we're a little bit far away now from our fire coverage. I think we've got a fire station here, but it's getting a little bit far away. So I think what we will do is put in a small fire station here as well. Probably put it in just about here so we don't interfere with this road. Fire station. Don't want a major fire station. The only trouble is it's going to complain that it doesn't have water. Raw fire station. I want something with three. Got a little. Can't build. Probably put it there. It shouldn't interfere with that road there. We can put a footpath so that we can send the work. How big's the workforce here? 10. Yeah, I think this would be okay. So just drop you in about there, and then eventually we can connect you up into the whole process. So we have the fire station, and so we got this area here, and as I say, we've got the hazardous waste processing. So just to review it again, what we're doing is we're picking up the waste processing here, which then what this will do is it will need it needs chemicals as well. So how big's the chemical storage here? It's got chemical storage for 6 tons of chemicals, and it's going to process at 1.1 tons per day. Possible issue there, which we may need to fix. What the waste treatment plant will do is it will turn the hazardous waste into ordinary waste, mixed waste. You can see it says exports mixed waste in big garbage containers. And then what that will do is then feed, but instead of exporting it out, it will then send it into here. And this will then, this is the separator. And what the separator will do is, which is this building here, what the separator will do is take out the metal, the aluminium and the plastic and any construction waste, which is potentially a little bit dodgy, but I think we got the storage for the construction waste. And then what that will do then is be used, and then what will happen is the actual output from the separator, which if I remember correctly is just plain mixed waste, and what that should be, all that should be left then after the separation is stuff that can be actually burnt in the incinerator here and turned into ash. That's the theory, so we're going to give it a try and see how it actually works. The only thing I'm kind of thinking a little bit is that maybe we need a small warehouse here for the chemicals to see small, it's a bit big. It can hold 9 tons of chemicals. Just flip that. Just kind of squeeze you on this corner here, the hazardous waste processing, and then hopefully you can just come, yeah, you can just drop down into there. So that will mean that we'll have a nice strong supply of chemicals into here, which will keep this going. As far as I know, the separator doesn't need anything special. Let's double check that. No, the separator just needs electricity. So the final thing we're going to need to do is put in a substation. To put in a substation somewhere that will cover the whole area. Yeah, put it. Actually, if I put it like that, I must admit I do like this fact that it highlights stuff. And put one there. Of course, we're going to need another one over here. I think we can just put you in here, but I don't want this corner. And this could just be a mud road. And then we'll just put in the power supply. Get you off of there. There. You can run there and follow the traditional line of following the rail lines, and then just there like that. So that's, so we will have power in here. The only other possible issue is water, but and sewage. But if we, I mean, if push comes to shove, we can put a very simple sewage system in here and just dump it straight into the river. It's not the end of the world. Water wise, well, I've got absolutely no idea if we can put a water supply in, but I'm not going to worry about that. And this is very much what I wanted to set up in this kind of very short video. And just to give you an idea of the fact that what I'm considering is doing exactly the same up here in this area. We've got the road already built through, because what I want to do is build in this area here a major recycling plant. But I feel that if I've got hazardous waste processing in the 2 locations in the map, what we can do then is bring the various components together. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. As I said, I only wanted to make this short video, which is totally focused on this solution here. Now, if any of you think I've got it wrong, feel free to chuck it in the comments. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.